One piece of feedback I would have is instead of having to run all this again, maybe it stores it and it could just spit it out. And when it spits it out, it just adds the new function, right? Instead of having to go like dot 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 dot, like symbol by symbol. It's a little slow, and I think it could be better. Now I'm also going to start I'm going to start testing around Copilot a little bit. Now that's based off of OpenAI. I don't know if it's the most updated model, but that should be pretty cool. A little AI to help write code as well. Okay, and there you go. So it says add the SMA to the main data frame. And then it adds the other one here as well. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna copy this. So let's just take all of this right here. And now it's gonna add it to the data frame, which is nice. So is this faster than coding by myself? It depends. Like if you're an amazing coder and you know all of this by heart, maybe not. But if you still don't know everything by heart, which I certainly don't remember everything by heart, well, it could be good. So I'm gonna paste this in. Calculate the SMA 20 on a rolling window of 20. Okay, it got that from the data frame. And it's a df close, and then it made the last SMA 20 the iloc function in pandas, the last row, and then it created the column, which it pretty much had, but it was hidden. Now it's here. I don't think that's going to work though. I think it needs brackets around it. And then it gets the SMA 40 close rolling mean, which looks good. Then it gets the last SMA 40, and then it creates the pandas data frame as well, but I think it needs brackets around it, but we'll see. So while this is pretty dope, you know, it does need a human oversight still. So if you're worried that OpenAI is going to take development jobs right away, I don't think that's true. But hey, you know, next version, you know, in the future, I think it will be able to code much, much better. And it's going to take developers like you and I to tweak this, and we can build on top of it, right? So I'm already building some stuff and to make this a more improved model. And I'll make sure that everybody inside of the bootcamp gets access to anything that comes out. Essentially, I'm just trying to make that like the family of algo traders here. As you know, I record what I need to build in the day. So I'm typically not just making YouTube videos. I just record what I need to actually create that day. And I need to get better with OpenAI and see where the holes are, because we're building something that will allow OpenAI to be even better and really be able to code with you or for you. So that's pretty exciting. So my guess here is it's not going to print out the DF because this is going to be an error, but maybe not. Okay, so it didn't. That was not an error. I've just had that happen a few times. That's awesome that it's working. So 16824 is the last SMA 40, which is awesome. And SMA 20 is the last one. So it looks like it's doing well now. So with a little intervention, I think this can code pretty well. Let's go ahead and I guess continue. That rebuilt it. I should have said keep going. Okay, maybe I'll just rebuild it all the way this time. But I think we have the code up here. No, I'm gonna let it run it out, and then what we'll do is I'll hit continue. I'll say continue. Keep writing that code, because we have gotten the SMAs correctly. We've gotten the last ones. We've got the 40 and the 20. And then remember our rule for building this. And I should write this somewhere so we can all see it. This is what we're building. With Python and CCXC, build a strategy that buys Bitcoin. I should have said and Phoenix. Build a strategy that buys Bitcoin when the price is over the 20 SMA, then hold for 5 days, then sell when the price drops under the 40 SMA. Now I know it might not go over the 40 SMA, but we're giving it 5 days to do so. And I'll just say keep going because you can see it stopped here. And that's a little weird thing. I don't know why it does that. Maybe it's just trying to conserve credits or something. So it says certainly here is the rest of the modified code that uses the last most recent 20 and 40 SMAs to make a decision about whether to buy or sell Bitcoin. So you'll need to define the amount of BTC to buy and the price at which to buy it at, okay? So we did exchange.create order symbol market buy amount df close .ilog1. So we're buying at the last close, it looks like. Interesting. I guess I didn't instruct it to do anything else. So this is kind of cool, right? Because even when I don't instruct it to do stuff, it probably uses all of the data on the internet to decide what is the best. I'm not quite sure how the model was trained, but you know, this is a pretty solid way to do things. So let's go ahead and say I think this is the next part right here. So let's copy that. And then we need to copy this as well. Amount. We don't have the amount. I'll make this so you can see it better. Amount. So we need to pick the amount. Let's just do 1 for now. Put that up here. Equals 1. Okay. And then this start time hold the BTC for 5 days. Trying to figure out how does this line up. So it says hold the BTC for 5 days. Okay. I don't know where we want this though. I'd say that's a little bit confusing because if the close is bigger than the last SMA, then we're gonna buy. Okay, I see how it goes. And then after it buys, it holds for 5 days. So it's just gonna go in a holding pattern for 5 days and just loop. That's an interesting way to do this, but I guess it works. And then after the 5 days, it checks again. And what's it check? Well, so we go through this while loop and it's just gonna keep sleeping for a minute. And then if the close is now under the 40 SMA, I feel like this needs to be shifted over. Like that. Not this though. And then boom. This right here is the algorithm. I'm pretty sure. I mean, essentially it says if the current close is bigger than the last SMA, 20, create a buy order. It's gonna do market buy order. I would change that. I usually do limit orders, but it's cool to see that it wrote all this code. And then after it creates the order, since it's a market order, it knows it's in automatically. And then it says start time. This is the start time. And then while start time, time.time, while current time, so time.time is now, minus start time is under, I'm assuming this is 5 days, sleep for a minute. So it just loops until it's that. And then if the close is under the 40 SMA, then it will create an order to sell it. Now, I would say we only want to do this. Alter the above code in order to only enter a position if we are not already in a position. Otherwise, do not enter another position. So I just like to explain it like there are 5. Do not enter another position. So only have one open position at a time. Sometimes I reiterate it. Let's see how it does. Because right now, essentially, if I had this all loop, then it would go ahead and continue to open new orders.